Hey there, thank you so much for coming back to join me for today's video. So today's video is a little bit different. I wanted to give you a listicle, give you a list of 10 ways to boost your self-esteem. These are things that I use that are not makeup related. I know this is a makeup heavy channel, beauty heavy channel, but these are ways to maybe boost your self-esteem without need for makeup, because a lot of people don't wear makeup. There's lots of times I don't want to wear makeup, like today. And these are some good ideas that might help get you through your little low slump, all that kind of stuff. So if you'd like to see my 10 things that I do to try to help make myself feel better about myself, all that kind of stuff, then please keep on watching. Well, first thing I have to say is I am not a mental health expert. I have mental illness. I have had people ask me before what are some of my diagnoses, and I just want to make this clear that I have a full-time job. I do YouTube daily for years and years now. I take care of my husband and myself. I cook dinner every night. So just because someone has difficult times or some mental illness doesn't mean that they're not capable. If you didn't know me and you didn't know how neurotic I am, you wouldn't even know. You know what I mean? So I do have borderline personality disorder, diagnosed with that years and years ago, did the SH for years, been clean from that for probably about 8 years, even after Maggie passed away. I did not do that. I also have general anxiety disorder and PTSD from, so general anxiety disorder, just that's it, and then the PTSD after my daughter passed away. But once again, totally capable, functioning adult. There are times, I think in everyone's lives, where they're having those low slumps. I feel like this time of year especially, you know, we just got out of the high of the holidays, which for me, holidays are hard too. For lots of people, holidays are hard. But, you know, you have that little bit of the high from the holidays, New Year's, and then it's just down, right? Because it's cold in a lot of places, it's gray, nothing really awesome, right? But yeah, these are some tips and tricks that I use to try to lift my spirits a little bit. Okay, number one, I even made a list. I know, I have talking points. That never happens. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. Wear things that make you feel good / pretty. Handsome, whatever you like. For me, that could mean a pair of cute earrings. So I got these really cute ones. I just show you these ones. The Live, Love, Laugh. But Skeletor, yes, love those. Popping on a pretty pair of earrings, a necklace that you love that gives you good memories. Another thing that I do like is wearing pretty undergarments. I'm wearing sweatpants right now, like seriously, and guess what? These make me feel good and they make me feel pretty, and it doesn't matter, right? So got my sweatpants on, but underneath my sweatpants or whatever, I might want to pop on a pretty pair of undergarments. So just like a pretty pair of panties or something, if you have a pretty bra or something, just stuff to make you feel a little bit better about yourself, you know what I mean? So for me, that's undergarments and earrings. You know, it could be your favorite ring, maybe someone really important gave to you. Maybe it's stuff that you don't wear often, but they have good memories. That can really help with kind of lifting your spirits a little bit. This one's a hard one. Accepting the things you cannot change and trying to work around them. So, like I said, this time of year, my daughter's birthday is January 16th. Her death date is February 7th. So this time is so freaking hard for me and Sean. She was both of ours only kid. So yeah, so this time of year sucks for both of us and it's just trying to get through it, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. And I cannot accept that. That's just the way it is, right? There's some things that, you know, I've never done AA or anything. I've never had like a substance abuse problem, but I do love that, you know, accept the things you cannot change. Well, there's some things I know you cannot accept. And for Sean and I, that's losing our daughter. And you're going to have that in your own life. But here's the thing is not focusing on it. And that's really hard. But at the same time, it's like when I can feel myself going down that rabbit hole with Maggie, then I try to get up and do something else. You know what I mean? So there's definitely those situations where you can't accept, which is totally fine because everyone has one or two of those things. What I'm talking about is things that you can accept, things that you can change with a little bit of help. You know what I mean? Work around. So for me, that is having really, really small breasts. I'm like a C cup, and when I'm skinny, I'm like an A, like seriously. So I cannot change that. I don't have the money for a boob job. I would never get a boob job because they're expensive and they probably hurt really, really bad. So I actually bought the boob pads. So these are actually really, really nice. And you can just pop them right in your bra and they make you go up like a cup and a half. Got these off of Temu a while ago. And when I'm feeling maybe a little bit low about myself, I will pop on a bra, stick these puppies in, and oh boy, does it make a difference. It really, really does. So I do like accepting the things that you can't change to a degree, right? But also, you know, if there's something that you wish you could change, accepting that you can't. I can accept I have small boobs. I can accept I'm never gonna get a boob job. But there's ways that I can work around it. There's certain tops that I like to wear that make me look maybe a little bit more buxom. You know, stuff like that can really, really help your self-esteem. And just remember, you're human. Everyone has flaws, faults they don't like. And guess what? That's what makes you human, right? There's people with big boobs and little boobs, and big butts and little butts, and perfect skin and not so perfect skin. But guess what? There's something special and awesome about you. And it doesn't have to be physical. It could be like your smart wit. You could be really intelligent. You could be funny. There's lots of things about each and every one of us. Even if you can't see it, there's people in your life that does see it. Like me, I have no talent. That's what I think. There's lots of people around me that think I do have talent. So accept the things that you can't change to a degree and try to do a workaround with them, whether it's boob pads, whether it's getting some padded underwear, whether it's not giving an F. There's lots of things that you can do to do the workaround. Hygiene and self-care. That one's a really, really big one for me. When I can feel myself going down that slippery slope of low self-esteem, depression, or whatever, yeah, I dread it. I absolutely dread it. And I love taking baths. I love using my stuff that smells good. I love using, you know, all that kind of stuff. And there's just sometimes it's so freaking hard to just do it. So my suggestion is using something that does reinforce that. For me, it's smoking a cigarette, unfortunately. So it's like, okay, I need to go get in the bath. Guess what? Maybe it's a day I need to wash my hair. Is it going to happen? I'm not going to wash my hair. That's real honest. But it's enough to get me in the bath to wash and change my clothes and everything like that. And use some kind of reinforcement, which I know sounds horrible. You know, you're not a pet. But when I worked with developmentally disabled adults, is we would pair it in bed. You pair an activity that they don't want to do with an activity that they do want to do. Maybe I'm having a really hard time and I don't want to shower. So I'm going to pair that with an activity I do really want to do, whether that's watching TV, having a snack, smoking a cigarette, whatever. You know what I mean? So pair an activity you don't like that you're having a hard time doing with an activity that you do like. That has helped me a ton. Am I always successful? No, but it does help. But once again, also using things that make you feel nice. For me, that's throwing on some fragrance. It's using my expensive face cream samples, stuff like that. So definitely try to find something that will work with you. Once again, pairing a unwanted activity with a wanted activity, and then using your stuff that you really enjoy. Maybe it's special edition stuff that you don't use that often. Get it out. Use it, for sure. This one's a big one. Make your surroundings comfortable. For me, that means having a clean house, a clean environment. It means trying to declutter. It means having my favorite Squishmallows on my bed. There's lots of things that having a comfortable environment, surroundings, means to me. It means having really good smelling wax melts in my wax burner, things that bring me joy. Having my, like I said, having my Squishmallows. Those are just something I really, really enjoy having in my environment. When I had pets, it was the kitties that I enjoyed having in my environment. Make your environment comfortable, whether that is candles, air freshener, whatever kind of products you want, lots of pillows, your fuzzy blanket. Make your environment that you're in as comfortable as possible. For some of us, that's going to be having a completely decluttered, stark, environment. And for those people, that is going to be so comfortable for them. They're going to feel safe and comfortable and happy. For someone like me, that sounds horrendous, and it makes me so anxious to think about just a completely sterile, clear, like, yeah, it sounds horrible to me. I want soft, poofy, cuddly things around me so I can, do all that kind of stuff. But whatever a comfortable environment means to you, do that. You know what I mean? Do one hard thing a day. And yeah, that one can be hard, obviously. So for me, that one hard thing a day could be talking to Sean. Love Sean. We have a really great relationship, but especially when I'm feeling down, low self-esteem, maybe riding that roller coaster, I like to keep my thoughts and feelings to myself. I don't want to stress him out. I don't want to make his day harder, so I like to keep it inside. I feel like a lot of people are like that. They don't want to burden other people. Guess what? You're not a burden. And Sean and I have talked about this so many times. He's like, I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. I know something's wrong. I ask you what's wrong and you won't tell me. So to him, that's not super fair to him, because would I like help? Yes, but I don't want to burden him. But once again, I'm not a burden. So for me, opening up and talking about how I'm feeling is super, super hard for me. Hate doing it. Absolutely hate doing it. So that's my one hard thing a day that I will do. It could be if I have to go pick up prescriptions and I really don't want to leave the house. It could be leaving the house to go check the mail. It could be leaving the house to go get prescriptions. Yeah, do one hard thing a day. It sucks. Maybe if you can't do it once a day, maybe do it a few times a week, but it will make you feel better. For sure. It really, really will. Let's see here. Enjoy your day / hobbies. I have a really bad habit of just cleaning all day, especially on the weekends. I just clean. I like cleaning. I do, but at the same time, I feel guilty if I don't clean. Well, there's things that I still want to do. I absolutely love reading. Love it. Especially old books. I love old books. Florence and Northern Tuscany. I love super old books, and I love reading. I love doing diamond art. I like doing crocheting. I like sitting there and watching Sean play Skyrim. I like listening to music. So this is a 4th edition, and this was from 1924. So this is 100 years old, right? So do something that you enjoy every day. For those that don't have a problem with showering every day when you're feeling down or low, that could be taking a nice hot bubble bath. Make sure you're doing something that you enjoy every day. And I know that's harder than me just saying it. If you have kids, grandkids, a spouse that needs more assistance, but still, there is a way for you to make some time for yourself, even if it's only 10 minutes. If you have to go to the bathroom and sit on the toilet to do that 10-minute activity that makes you happy, that brings some joy to your day, do that. You know what I mean? Just take, even if it's just a few minutes out of your day, to do something that you enjoy. I know a lot of us, men, women, doesn't matter. We're just go, and doing that, you get burnout, and once again, your self-esteem can get low. You can start going on that roller coaster. So do something every day that you enjoy. It makes a world of difference. It really, really does. This one's hard. Sleep. I'm not a good sleeper at all, but try to get as much sleep as you can. 7 to 8 hours is what's recommended, depending on your age, sometimes 9, 10. But good quality sleep is super, super important. Once again, easier said than done. I maybe get 4 to 5 hours a night if I'm lucky. Some nights 2 to 3. So I'm trying to work around that. I'm trying to find ways to help my sleep. But sleep is super important. It helps to regulate stuff. It kind of helps to reset things. And if you are sleep deprived for too long, of course, you're going to be down. So yeah, try to get as much sleep as you can. This one is really, really hard as well. Limiting your social media. Whew. I have the bad habit of, it's nighttime, we've had dinner, I've showered, about a few hours before bed. And I will just be on the bed, just scrolling through social media. And let me tell you, nothing makes you feel bad like running into those super beautiful, gorgeous women that live in Dubai with like the multi-million-dollar husband. Nothing makes me feel worse than watching, because for some reason they're on my For You page or whatever, the red-pilled dude things of you're not a high-value woman unless you're 24 and skinny and a virgin. So I'm like, oh, that means I'm not a high value woman because I'm old and I'm fat, and you know, all these things start going through my mind. There's sad animal videos. There's all sorts of crap that gets my anxiety up, that makes me feel worse about myself. Limiting social media. Number one, staying off your phone at night does help with sleep regulation, so we can kind of go back to that sleep. But also, a lot of times social media isn't good for us. It's not great, all the things that are on social media. So that's something I'm trying to do, is really, really limit, you know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, because there's lots of things on there that make me feel way, way, way worse about myself. The last thing is gratitude, which once again can be really, really hard. I sit here and I'm like, what do I have to be grateful for? I'm old and I'm fat and I'm not in the best of health and my husband's disabled and we're poor. Yep, it's real super easy to look at all the negatives that are going on in your life, but there's always something positive. Always. There's always something to be grateful for. You know, I have an affordable apartment and I have a loving spouse and I get to take care of kitties outside, and I'm frugal and so I can get stuff for free or cheap. I have a clean home. There's lots of things to be grateful for, even if it's just the smallest thing. Even if it takes you a really hard time to try to find that positive gratitude, it's there. It really is there. Believe me, I get in that mindset of something goes wrong, having a bad time, you know, going down that, let's do it a water slide instead of the roller coaster. It's real easy to, at that point, just everything's horrible, everything's bad, all that kind of stuff. So I totally get it, but try to think of those things that you are grateful for, because they're definitely there. Some days it might be a little bit harder to try to pick up and point out those things that you're grateful for that day, but they're definitely there. Today I'm grateful for that it is sunny, so that way I can actually film without a ring light. I'm grateful that today's actually Friday, so my weekend starts. I am grateful that I get to make YouTube videos and talk to myself, talk to a camera, but there's so many people that do watch and enjoy the crap that I have to say, which is so surprising. I am grateful that I get to go lay on my bed with my Squishmallows after this and edit this video. But those are just 10 things, 10 ways that I try to get myself out of a slump. I'm having really bad self-esteem. I'm super depressed, stuff like that. These are things that I've used and still use to this day to try to snap myself out. Once again, I'm not a mental health professional. Make sure that you are talking to someone if you are having a rough time. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. You are important and you need to take care of yourself. So if you're having a really, really rough time, make sure that you're talking to someone. So that's super, super important. I'll go ahead and put some phone numbers here. So that way, if you do need to speak to someone, they will be there to listen to you. But anyway, there we go. I hope this video was informative, fun, something to listen to while you're doing dishes. I don't know. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it, all that kind of stuff. Let me know down below in the comments what are some tips and tricks that you use to get yourself out of a slump. I'd love to know down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. I do upload 7 days a week, all about budget stuff. So, budget beauty, vlogs, grocery hauls, home care, all sorts of stuff. So make sure that you do subscribe, but I do appreciate you stopping by. Another video should start autoplaying here in a moment. It might be one of mine, it might be somebody else's, but sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see y'all here in just a sec.